Good to see you.
Oh, so glad you could come. Come on over. Dad!
Hey, Mary! Oh, there he is. Should I take my shoes off?
No.
I just saw the email today. I didn't know. I'm hardly ever on Facebook, and I told my roommate, because my roommate, I don't know if you know him, Douglas Feiner.
Douglas Feiner!
And he said, yeah, I know. I go, how did you know? And he said, they announced it at my dance class. And I said, of course they announced it at your ecstatic dance class. Everybody knew it from all kinds of circles.
Come on over here.
All right.
Anybody online wanna? Yeah, Bruce?
Oh, that's
me.
you.
It'll pop up when it talks. Okay, go ahead, Bruce.
Hi all, I'm in New Mexico. I want to thank the Sangha community, Janet, Mary for doing this. So I'm so grateful to be notified and that this gathering is happening and I can be a part of it. So thank you. I too first met Ed at a landmark forum. I got up on stage, found the courage to get up on stage and read a letter to my chronic pain, which I have lived with for 50 years and learned how to befriend it as a part of me rather than an enemy. And he walked up to me, he walked right up to me after I stepped off the stage and handed me a little fucking card that he used to carry, and it said, "Fast Eddie Epperson," and it had some smart-ass little quip underneath it. Struck and taken aback by his open, authentic, curious nature, that he just stuck this card in my face and he said, "I need to know you." And we began a 20-year relationship. I found the Sangha and this community through him and Mary. Yeah, we were movie nuts together. And I remember sitting in theaters with him, and he would just start wailing and crying out loud, just uncontrollably in a theater. It's like thinking, okay, there's no decorum here. This is me. There's no filter. I am just going to cry my ass off, and I don't give a what anybody thinks about me. And I just admired that and respected that authenticity, that vulnerability that he modeled to the world, and it was a big impact on me. Anyway, I think Mary and he started this process years ago, at least 5 years ago, Mary, when we used to sit in the living room and record conversations with Ed after he first started dealing with the Parkinson's.
So I remember when I was with my father when he was sick, and I was helping him through this medical process of actually helping him die. And it was, you called me when we talked, and in that 5-10 minutes, we probably talked about more stuff and shared more stuff in that 5-10 minutes than I had with my father the whole month I was there.
One thing for sure is I had forgotten that, and when you reminded me how important it was for you, and I remembered how important it was for me, and thank you for helping me remember that.
I was really pleased that you reached out and just,
So thank you.
yeah.
One of the things he did that struck me as just crazy unique in this culture of me, giving, it's my birthday. I want to receive. attention, gifts, whatever. It's me, celebrate me. On his birthday, Ed would call other people and give them the gift of himself and share his wisdom, share his thoughts, share his whatever on his birthday. And he would make a special point on birthday to call people and just touch their lives on his day. It was a gift to himself, really, but it was a gift to the world. And I remember the first time he did that, I was dealing with my father's dying process from stage 4 cancer, and I was in Arizona at a cancer hospital, and the phone rang, and he called out of the blue, and he said, "It's my birthday," and I just went, "Oh." And I was really struggling with the process of losing my father and not having a relationship with him. We were estranged for most of my life. And this act of him sharing his authentic self, being himself, that's kind of the way he introduced. And through that process of him being there for me in that time, allowed me, my father was a very closed man, never shared any emotion, any stories, anything. And before I left him there, I had to find the courage to connect with him in a way, because it may have been the last time I ever saw him. And I told him, I'm leaving tomorrow. Is there anything you need to tell me, you want to tell me? Because he was in denial about dying. And I said, because I may not see you again the way this is going. And my father broke down and for the first time in his life shared all kinds of things that I could have used throughout my life, but he was able to tell me how much he respected me and loved me and cared for me and all of this stuff that a son wants to hear from his father. But that happened because of Ed's modeling of what I wanted a true father to be. And it gave me the courage to kind of knock down that barrier with my father to establish that before he died. Anyway, I just wanted to say that from afar. I'm really happy to be here and reconnect. And I thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bruce.
You've never been alive.
I'd like to share about Ed.
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Frank. It was really interesting to hear everyone talk about how they met Ed, because I've been racking my brain this whole time trying to remember how I actually met Ed and Mary, and I can't. Well, I know that you did the painting.
This painting done by Mary has people who were in landmark seminars together. You will see Frank. It is called The Last Read BC, standing for Before COVID.
I'm pretty sure it was probably in the landmark program. I just can't remember. But the thing is, I think in my mind, that represents some of the best friendships, because even though I can't remember exactly that moment, it's felt to me like he and Mary too, that you both have been in my life, like just continuously, like from the beginning of time, and it's always felt like with him, it was just always this beautiful presence that he would just call me up sometimes and tell me about a movie that he saw, or whatever it was, and it just felt natural and just comfortable. And the thing that I'd like to share about him is that he really, I mean, as he did with everyone there, obviously he inspired so many people. And for me, we bonded over the fact that he loves movies. He would go see movies every day, which I thought was amazing. And when I met him, he was riding his motorcycle and going to ski for months straight every year, and it just broke my preconceived notions about what it meant to be someone who's in their senior years and what they're capable of and what they could do and how they could be. He was just such an iconoclast and just breaking and shattering all those stereotypes and really freed my mind in so many ways. Even now is just an example of how I can be when I reach that age. One day I had this inspiration for a script and I started writing, and in the back of my mind there's a character who's elderly, but he's a badass warrior, and Ed was definitely part of that inspiration. Like he just so permeated my imagination and what is possible that he became reincarnated in this character, and this now is like permanently etched in this comic book that got published and is out there for people to read. So I forget who it was earlier that talked about all the lives that. Oh, Robert, it was you. You know, you were talking about all the people that he impacted directly, and then those people going out and impacting others. So that there are people out there right now that have never met Ed that have been touched, moved, inspired by Ed, and I think that just speaks to the power of who he was. Is this just amazing person who really expanded what's possible. You know, we're not just one body here. We are everyone that we touch. So anyway, yeah, that's who Ed was for me and is for me now. Thank you.
If I missed anybody online, we could you could talk now if you feel like you just got overlooked.
I didn't get overlooked, but I'd like to talk.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been to Austin. Anyway, Ed and I just wanted to say, you guys talked with Ed. I never really knew he could speak. I everything you said sounds like Ed, but he and I just met in the mornings at 5:00, 5:30, and ran until about 7. And he trained me for a marathon in Houston. He thought I could run one, so I did with him. I mean, I trained with him. And then we'd go back to a place called the Omelet Tree. You guys know that one? Anyway, but we'd get in there about 7:30 in the morning, and then we'd order breakfast, and he'd get a beer. He'd get a cold beer. I didn't know Kenny sold beer, but we did. I mean, he did. I guess I did. I don't know. But that was it. We didn't talk. We really just ran, and it was just all I needed. He's the same guy that you're talking about. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. 45 years later, he's just like that. Thank you.
Wonderful, y'all. Thank you. What a great gathering. I really want to thank everybody for everything they've said, and thank Mary and Ed for not just their whole lives and everything they've given to us that we've talked about today, but for allowing this to happen and for wanting us to come together and to be together and to respect what's happening right now and to acknowledge life in the midst of death. What we're all saying, we're not only giving energy to each other and modeling for each other how we might behave to benefit each other, but and whether Ed can hear us or not right now, just this thanks to Ed. Thank you. Life well lived, life well lived. And like I've lost people, we've all lost people. And these days, this is what happens for me is I think about what I've gotten that I might embody now, is that I think now I've got this that I'm embodying of Ed. Like he would say one word, the one word thing. And he would be like, this is this one word right now. Think about this and really give you something to like go deep. Go deep. Don't settle for shallow. You know, go deep into all of it. And this intensity, this authenticity, and this generosity, and this curiosity, all these osities of Ed. I was thinking about this earlier, and this is for another time, but Ed-isms. You know, we should collect the Ed-isms that we could all remember and take with us and share with others and extend outward and all that. And this also is what I do, is that I think when I lose somebody like Ed in this case, I want to say to Ed something. I want to keep talking. I want to keep encouraging Ed. You know, I'm encouraging Ed like he would encourage all of us, you know, to go into the light. Like that's one of the things we could encourage. Like don't shy. And I don't think we need to encourage him. He was already kind of like, you know, not shying away from death even, or whatever's next. He didn't talk about what was next. He didn't know. He was,
Ed says he's doing all right.
yeah, he was like, okay, Ed, keep on being curious, you know, and keep on this path of openness that you've already shown us all about. So I think that's what we're already doing. And I just wanted to say it out loud and with gratitude for the amazing, magnificent open-heartedness of Mary, who invites us in to share this with her and with the grief that she's feeling right now, and that the grief and joy. We've been talking about that the last few days, living right there next to each other, right there next to each other, you know. Thank you to Ed for bringing us together in this lifetime. What a miracle. There's food in the kitchen. Make way for anybody who wants to come up and visit with Ed.
Talking, one of the things that I got out of this 45
Tougher times have come and gone. Stranger names have been remembered. You missed me from the day we met, love. What roll around, roll around.